Stoic wisdom for the 12th of March. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Whenever someone has done wrong by you, immediately consider what notion of good or evil they had in doing it. For when you see that, you'll feel compassion instead of astonishment or rage. For you may yourself have the same notions of good and evil, or similar ones, in which case you'll make an allowance for what they've done. But if you no longer hold the same notions, you'll be more readily gracious for their error. Well, what comes to mind is Nazi Germany. That's what comes to mind, along with the Calmac Lady that came up in my recent video. Two rather different things. The soldiers who perpetrated some of the horrors of the concentration camps in World War II, were they devoid of any culpability? They were following orders after all. That's a difficult one. So I'll leave that there and I won't delve into that any deeper because there be dragons. It's a question for the philosophers. The Calmac Lady, on the other hand, the one who wouldn't let me on the boat after I had just gone over to pick up my car, which I had had to abandon the day before, on the mainland because Calmac had cancelled my ferry and I couldn't get on the earlier one because it was full. So I abandoned the car and I came home as a foot passenger, went back the next day to collect the car, and the woman in the booth wouldn't let me on because she said I hadn't authorised a quick turnaround. And she had the authority to put me in a lane that would have got me on the ferry. There was space on the boat, but she wouldn't do it, and so I'm trying to figure out why. What was it about her day that made her show no compassion whatsoever? Was she wielding a little bit of power? Was there more to it? I mean, ultimately, I don't know. Why did she think she was doing the right thing? Would she have got into trouble, perhaps lost her job, if she'd let me on the boat? I doubt it. I don't think anyone would even really have known. The excuse that she gave was it wouldn't be fair on the passengers in the unbooked queue if she were to put me on the ferry that I was booked on. How is that unfair on the people in the unbooked queue? Those who've turned up without tickets, without a booking, hoping to get on. How is it unfair for a booked passenger to take their place on the boat? I just don't understand it. And what this reading here is telling me is that there must be a reason for it. I mean, it's talking about notions of good and evil. It's not quite that, but it does say that if I can see what notion of good or evil they had in doing it, I'll feel compassion. I just can't get there. I just can't. It seems to me meaningless bureaucracy, sticking to rules that don't make any sense, and my autism doesn't allow me to accept that. So that's what I take from that. You take from it what you will. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.